something. I remain Olamiju Onlo Ayodeji Alao Akala. I represent Nigerians starting from Ogumosho North, South, Orire Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from the state that other people follow, the Placer State or your state. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the second leg of the motion, ably raised by my incoming engineer, Remi Oseni. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Oseni, the floor is yours.
Please.
The floor is yours. I like the way you are looking. And they say you are incoming, so there is hope. Make it as brief as possible.
Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Engineer Aderemi Oseni. I'm representing the good people of Ido Ibarakwa East Federal Constituency. I am from Oyo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning on this motion of urgent public importance on the urgent need for government intervention to stem the tides of incessant gas explosion in Nigeria. The House notes that it is the responsibility of the government to protect the lives of the citizens and to as much as practicable regulate the affairs of the citizens through laws and guidelines. Also note that the ugly incidents of gas explosion in various cities of the country with the attendant loss of lives, injuries to persons, and loss of properties have continued to be unabated despite calls for urgent actions. Worried that experts have attributed the causes of the explosion to factors like expired gas cylinder, importation and use of substandard cylinders, tanks and kits, the use of improperly localized fabricated cylinders with inferior materials. Mr. Speaker, the House also worried that aside the cooking gas, that is the LPG, the CNG converted vehicles also joined the explosion queue. It has been reported that some of the CNG-powered vehicles that exploded was attributed to substandard and locally fabricated cylinders by a welder without the requisite professional know-how. Mr. Speaker, the House is alarmed that in 2024 alone, the number of casualties recorded in several gas explosion incidences in Nigeria is over 100 persons. The most recent being that of Port Harcourt on the 4th of January 2025, with 17 victims sustaining different degrees of injuries. Concerned, there is need for a stiffer regulation and supervision by the regulatory agencies and enlightenment on the expiration dates and lifetime of the cylinders. Also, there is need for the Standard Organization of Nigeria to ensure that only quality and standard gas cylinders and kits are imported and are available for sales to the public in Nigerian markets. Mr. Speaker, the House observed that there is need to urgently curb the ugly menace and provide immediate solutions to forestall further occurrences. The House therefore resolves and considers experience as follows. Call on the Standard Organization of Nigeria and Nigerian Customs Services to ensure that only standard, unexpired and quality gas cylinders, tanks and trucks and kits are allowed to be imported into the country. 2, call on the National Orientation Agency in collaboration with Standard Organization of Nigeria to embark on a massive sensitization and enlightenment to the populace on how to identify expired cylinders and the danger associated with the use of substandard cylinder gas tanks, and kits. Mr. Speaker, there is need to call on the Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority to ensure that all gas plants and retaining facilities are constructed with quality and standard tanks and kits. To mandate Committee on Gas to conduct a thorough investigation to ascertain the causes of the incessant gas explosion in Nigeria and provide lasting solutions to curb the menace. Finally, Mr. Speaker, to mandate the House Committee on Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance and report back to the House within 6 weeks. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
I represent the awesome people of Villages of the Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I stand respectfully to propose an amendment that the Committee on Safety Standards should also be involved in this exercise. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this amendment? Yes, Eshed. All right, but if there's anything differentiating them, they will be able to isolate. I just put the question, those in support of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. So